My name's Lance Benton, and I've been with Lakeside for 2 years. I grew up on a farm in Audubon and Guthrie County, and then we moved to Colorado when I was about 7 years old. First thing my parents did, they took us to a church and we got baptized, and I had water sprinkled on my head, but I didn't know what for and what the reason for that was. And then we moved to Nebraska, and then Kansas City, Missouri. We moved so much I can't hardly remember it all. When my dad started drinking, it made me really scared of him. And I liked it when he was gone. We took his pickup and we were going to go get my chickens. They were at some place, and we were going to go get them. He got really drunk. We were getting over towards Carroll, Iowa, and we were going through intersections at 80 miles an hour, through four-way intersections there, and we were on the outskirts of Carroll, and I jumped out and just took off. It was in the middle of the wintertime, and I ran clear through town, and I swore I was never going back. I had a lot of anger build up. Yeah, a lot of anger. I learned to fight at a very early age. And then I found one gal. It was the chief of police's daughter. I got married. 3 years went by, and then we had our first son. His name was Justin. 2 or 3 years later, we had another son named Brandon, and I loved being a father. And I wasn't going to raise my boys like I was raised. My wife wanted to leave. And she started seeing other people, and I knew it, but it really didn't bother me. I asked the kids what they thought about it. And they'd go, well, she would never hear it anyway. I was out splitting firewood, helping my brother-in-law next door. And I saw my sister run out of the house. When I looked up, it was a real rainy, just foggy day. And then they're standing there looking at me. And I turn around and I asked them what, and they go, I thought for sure it's my brother who had the heart attack, and it was my son that committed suicide a month after his birthday, and he had it all planned. He went and got a gun permit, he got a 9mm with hollow points, and he shot himself through the heart. Justin, he was a real bright young man, and he liked computers and video games, and he is very intelligent. I didn't feel like I'd spent near enough time with him like I did the other son. You go through the guilt, which I still do. All the stuff I was going through, the only thing, I never gave up on God. I knew in my heart that everything he dished out, he wasn't going to give me too much that I couldn't handle it. Come to Polk City, and I'd come up here to do some work for my sister, and I met Connie, and she turned my life around. Connie started going to church at Lakeside, and she started changing really fast. She was extremely happy. It's exactly what she was looking for. I finally went. Well, the church members said, are you going to heaven? I said, yeah. I plant trees and take care of the planet. And I went back with that person, and we sat outside and we talked for a couple of hours. And I thought that person was totally straight-laced and everything, and they told me about their life, what a shambles it was, and I thought, I couldn't believe it. They invited us over for dinner after church service, and I was asked if I was saved, and I said no. I got saved that day. I didn't realize that you had to have a personal relationship with God. The reason I want to be baptized, I want people to know that I have Christ in my life, and I'm not ashamed to have Christ in my life, and I want to help other people. I wish I would have known more about the Lord when I was younger, because I'm so happy now. And something I told the pastor, I said, all the material things in the world don't mean nothing. I'd rather live in a cardboard box and not have him in my life. And I'm getting baptized. And I'm really looking forward to it.